Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy new comic book day, July 5th, 2023. I hope all you guys found all your books where you expected to find them, on the new comic book shop wall, in your cubby, mailed to you, however you guys get your books. I hope you guys found all the books you were looking for this week. And I hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend, long weekend, whatever you want to call it. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July yesterday as well. All right, guys. Um, let's go ahead and get dived into last week's top five. All right, here we go. So in the number five spot, I had Detective Comics 1073. It's actually maybe the best issue of Ram V's entire run for me so far. I feel like a lot of the pieces are kind of starting to come together. Um, and maybe because of the length that this has gone, Arzen's actually kind of set up pretty good for me, and I'm curious to see, exactly what he. Man, I can't spoil it. I'm curious to see what he thinks about what's actually been going on when he finds that out. If he's still gonna be like mad at Batman, or maybe join Batman. I'm not sure. I think it could go any way. I kind of think he'll stay mad. He seems to be a pretty a pretty messed up guy. But in the number four spot, I had the Riddler, Paul Dano's comic. Just one more issue left after this one. The art in this is, I don't even know if it's exactly art. I would call it definitely open this one up and check it out before you grab it. And if you haven't been reading the whole run, I kind of wouldn't really recommend it. This one, though, did kind of, as someone who's been reading the whole run, did kind of make sense. It was a very interesting artistic choice, that led to making the comic feel very chaotic in this mind of the Riddler character. And I don't think it was bad. Like, I gave it number four. I'm having fun with it. One more issue to go. In the number three spot, Green Arrow number three. Super fun book. Yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting. We've kind of gotten a reveal now as to what's going on with the setup, or at least a little bit, and maybe like who the main bad guy of this first arc's gonna be. And yeah, no, I don't know. It's pretty fun. Now that it's all kind of being set out on the table, if you guys are reading along on this one, now that it's being set out on the table, I do kind of hope that we can come to a happy resolution this time, instead of kind of going back to the status quo. I think that could be interesting. You know, the Green Arrow, series that they had running on the WB for a while, used a lot of those characters to, I thought, pretty good effect. In the number two spot, just a fun, silly one. Usually, landed it in number two this week because of an interesting story, hook, or an interesting kind of bad guy, I guess, that's their power. But yeah, without spoiling what happens, this one was super interesting and fun, man. And where we leave the characters, as usual, is in a lot of danger, and I gotta find out what happens next. I don't know. That's been a really good book. I gotta hand it to the creative team on that one. Um, and then, you guys know me. I've not been the biggest fan of this run, but this new arc with Doc Ock, it is actually kind of interesting. I'm liking it. Like, Ed McGuinness's art is a bit different and very cartoonish. And I like it. Like, and if you like that sort of stuff, I would recommend this. It's a bit more. It feels kind of like watching a Spider-Man cartoon from the '90s a little bit. That's kind of the feel I was getting. J. Jonah Jameson's written really well by Zeb Wells. So we're gonna have a little bit of a change up here this week. Um, that's hopefully going to be the last week we cover last week's books in a top five. I'm hoping going forward that we'll be covering the new books in a top five format as they come out. Hopefully the day they come out, guys. Hopefully that's what I'm going to try to do. I use this week as a good week to get caught up. You'll see why. So loud and mysterious. This week it's a white bag. Loud, mysterious white bag out of the way. And oh, I didn't have them quite right, so we'll have to. So in the number 3 spot, I read my new books this week. So yeah, as usual, I'm not going to go too heavy into spoilers. Just kind of overall thoughts on the issue. So Venom number 22. Excuse me. And as you can see, I only got 3 new books this week. It was kind of light for me. Yeah, I decided I'm going to skip out on Night Terrors for 2 months. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I just wasn't that interested in it. It is what it is. And it kind of helps me save a little bit for the next 2 months. And I'm sure I'll be excited in September to pick back up where I left off with a lot of the DC titles. So yeah, I got Venom 22 here. This one was actually kind of went back and you know last issue told what's going on with Eddie, and Eddie's back in our reality again. But this issue kind of set up Dylan and what's going on with Dylan a bit more. I'm assuming before he actually runs into Eddie and everything. And this, I don't know if he's a new character. I feel like I've seen him before, like once before, a little while ago. But this guy, Flexo, who's like a robotic symbiote, basically, is the best way to describe it, or a symbiote that bonded with a robot. I think that's what it is. And so there was kind of a story with that, and I'm actually kind of interested, like what's going on with that. He kind of befriended Dylan, and may possibly have some ulterior motives or programming, if you will. And I don't know, man. This issue was just super fun. Any other week it could have landed at a number 1 spot because it really was good, but this week had a lot of strong books. I personally thought only got 3 books this week, but I thought all 3 were outstanding. And number 2, shout out if you guys have enjoyed X-Men in the past, you're a fan of Cyclops and Jean Grey, I actually highly recommend this issue. If you haven't been reading X-Men at all, man, give it a try on this issue, and maybe it can connect with you in a way that Duggan has for me. Maybe if you've read some Duggan before and there's been some hit or miss and you didn't enjoy something in the past, I still kind of think give this a try. Duggan's really feeling these characters out. He's really got an interesting kind of a take on what's going on. We have what could possibly be what everyone's been asking for, the fall of Krakoa, possibly no more mutant revival, where it kind of doesn't matter so much if they die because they could just be resurrected, and that gets a little bit silly. I get that. A lot of that could be going away. I'm just reading into it, but the fall of X and kind of like how this is looking right now, it kind of looks like that could be what we're leading towards. And this issue is actually a really interesting kind of like things are changing, and yeah, like I said, if you're, I don't want to spoil it, but if you're a fan of Cyclops and Jean Grey and that relationship, I think you might want to check this one out and see what's going on, what Duggan's up to. Number one spot here. This is I'm having the most fun with this book of anything over the last, I think it's like maybe 3 months, ever since Spider Boy. Whatever. It's not. I don't want to say it's all based on new character FOMO, if you will. So it's not. At least for me, it's not like this new character FOMO. It's just a really interestingly written into the storyline that's already been taking place character that has been getting a lot of screen time, and I'm kind of fascinated as to where they're going to go with this. And again, this issue ratcheted up the stakes even more, and at the end left me. I want to read the next issue right now. I'm mad I have to wait. Like that's it was that darn good for me, guys. I just absolutely loved this issue. It's Spider-Man number 10. Just we're learning more about Spider-Boy, and I don't think this ruins it, because maybe a little bit predictable is what it is. But there's some tension and conflict between Peter Parker and Spider Boy. What is it? Something Bailey? I can't even remember his full name right now. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And another reason too is the artwork. The artwork by Bagley is just like, man, that guy is. It's a joy. It's a joy. It really brings me back to some of those '90s, just bombastic, and I'm loving it. So I did find some. I got some old issues, or what you would call some old keys. Probably going into submission at some point, I hope. They all looked really nice. Kind of trying to. When I find near mint copies at the comic store and reasonable-ish priced and characters I like, I will grab them sometimes. So this got this one. It's the first cover appearance of Mr. Sinister, Uncanny X-Men 239. Just kind of a classic cover. It's a book that I did not own, and I thought it just looked really nice. And I got, this is another one. I've never owned this one before. I've seen it, but every time I've seen it before, it's always kind of beat up and has spine ticks. This is the first one I've seen, in the wild, if you will, at a local comic book store that I don't see a spine tick on it. The spine's really clean, and it's just a really nice looking book. There might possibly be a small scuff there, but it's another beautiful copy of which one? 72. So I know it's just that classic cover of Wolverine getting his Weapon X, getting the adamantium and everything. It's got that skull, Barry Windsor Smith cover. That's actually been one that I've been after for a while. Like I said, I'll probably press these three and send them in with the next submission. And then I've had this before. I have a couple of these actually. I think I might have even submitted it before. There's just a book I like, and I kind of feel like its price point is a little low in my eyes, and so invariably when I find it in high grade, I just end up grabbing it because I'm like, really? That should be worth more. Maybe it's just me. I might be overpaying. I don't know, guys. But I have fun with this one. It's Uncanny X-Men 222. I don't think it's the first Wolverine versus Sabretooth cover. There's one that is a bit earlier, but it's still just a classic one. Both of those X-Men covers, Wolverine versus Sabretooth covers, are are ones that I really do like. Um, that is what I have today, guys. If you did watch this far into the video, appreciate you. Much love. Hey, help me out. Throw a like, comment, subscribe. Helps the YouTube algorithm spread me out so more people find me. Yeah, check out the links below. Click my IG. Come hang out with me and we can talk comics. I go live on IG a bunch. As always, we'll see you guys next time and have a great day.